The reason Joyce DeWitt still won't watch this episode, in 1977, he shot. Joyce DeWitt was born in Wheeling, West Virginia on April 23, 1949. Her parents were Paul and Norma DeWitt. Joyce was born in West Virginia, but she spent most of her childhood in Speedway, Indiana, a small town that is a suburb of Indianapolis. It was there that she developed her Midwestern values and strong work ethic. There were 4 kids in the DeWitt family, and she grew up in a close-knit family with her siblings, including her brother Doug. She grew up with traditional values, a strong sense of community, and a lot of focus on education and the arts, especially theater, which would become her life's work. Joyce went to Speedway Senior High School, which is where she first became interested in performing. People quickly saw how talented and excited she was about acting, and she started taking part in school plays and drama programs that set the stage for her future career in show business. After graduating from high school, DeWitt followed her academic passion and went to Ball State University in Muncie, Indiana, which is known for having a strong theater department. She studied acting very hard there and got a bachelor's degree in theater while improving her voice, movement, and ability to understand what was happening in a play. DeWitt went to California to attend the University of California, Los Angeles, UCLA. She was determined to get a better education and do well in a very competitive field, so she earned a master's degree in fine arts there in 1974. One of the few students to be accepted into UCLA's MFA program, which is known as one of the best acting schools in the country, made her accomplishment even more impressive. The first time DeWitt was on stage as an actress was in a small community theater production when she was only 13. These early shows not only made her sure she loved acting, but they also taught her a lot about how to connect with live audiences. When she made her TV debut in 1975 in an episode of the famous crime drama series Beretta, her dedication to the stage worked well on screen as well. Even though the part was short, it was a big turning point that led to more TV roles. Joyce's career took a big step forward when she got the part of Janet Wood, the smart and friendly brunette flatmate on the ABC series Three's Company, in 1977. People all over the world quickly became obsessed with the show, which was about 3 roommates and their funny mishaps with their owners. DeWitt's portrayal of Janet as smart, funny, and often the voice of reason struck a chord with viewers and won her a huge following. She was on the show until it ended in 1984, and she was in 171 episodes over 8 seasons. The way she got along with co-stars John Ritter, Suzanne Summers, and later Priscilla Barnes became an important part of the show, and a big reason why it's still so popular. After the end of Three's Company, DeWitt was in an episode of the 1984 anthology drama series Finder of Lost Loves. After this appearance, though, she made the surprising choice to step out of the press and stop acting for a long time. The reason she took a break was personal. After years of working in the spotlight, DeWitt wanted some time to think, spend time with other people, and get her artistic juices flowing again. From this point on, she started doing good deeds for other people, giving extra attention to problems like homelessness and hunger. Joyce DeWitt got back into acting in 1991 with a part in Noises Off at the Cherry County Playhouse in Michigan. This return to the theater showed how much she still loved live shows and was the start of her slow return to show business. In 1995, 4 years later, she played the lead role in the TV movie Spring Fling. She was in a funny romantic comedy with well-known players like James Eckhouse, Justin Burnett, Jason Hervey, and Pat Harrington Jr. In the same year, she was a guest star on the CBS series Sybil, in an episode called The Odd Couples, which showed how funny she could be and how versatile she was. She came back with a cameo on the famous Fox sitcom Living Single, which made her even more well-known in the TV world. In 2009, DeWitt tried his hand at films with a small part in Call of the Wild, a family action movie based on Jack London's famous book of the same name. Still that same year, she was on stage again in the musical comedy Married Alive, which was a fun look at modern marriage and relationships. These parts showed that she was still very interested in acting, and that she could adapt to a lot of different types of music. In 2010, she was in the independent comedy Failing Better Now, which is about a writer and a strange rock musician who go on a strange journey to find a lost cat. As a supporting actor, DeWitt gave the film's strange story more depth and charm. Joyce played the title role in the off-Broadway comedy Miss Abigail's Guide to Dating, Mating and Marriage, which opened in 2011. The show was about a relationship expert named Miss Abigail, who gives funny but often out-of-date tips on love and life. She went back to Canada that same year to be in a play of Dinner with Friends at Theatre Aquarius in Hamilton, Ontario. The complicated relationships between marriage and friendship are explored in this well-reviewed drama, which gave DeWitt a chance to show off her dramatic range and stage presence. The next year, she was in 2 different stage versions of Love Letters, a personal play about 2 characters who write to each other for decades. She played roles opposite Tony Dow, who was on the TV show Leave It to Beaver, and Tab Hunter, who was a Hollywood heartthrob in the 1950s. Her touching and heartfelt acts earned her praise. DeWitt has done work as an actress, but she has also tried her hand at making TV shows. She produced and presented Behind the Camera, the unauthorized story of Three's Company, an NBC TV docudrama in 2003. It was about the problems, tensions and successes that happened behind the scenes of the show that made her famous. The movie showed how the actors interacted with each other outside of work, and it also gave DeWitt a chance to tell her side of the story, especially about the long-rumored fight she had with co-star Suzanne Summers. As co-host and co-producer, she showed how talented she was in many areas, and how much she wanted to honor the show's history in an honest and kind way. Even though Joyce DeWitt is well known and famous, she has chosen to keep her personal life pretty quiet, especially when it comes to family and romantic relationships. She has never been married in her life, which has interested her fans and following for decades. She is also different from many of her peers in the entertainment industry because she has never had children. This is because many of them have to balance high-profile jobs with family life. DeWitt hasn't talked much about these personal decisions in the media, but it's clear that she put her independence, her acting and theater job, and maybe even her own personal growth ahead of what society thought she should do. She chose to stay single and childless, which could be a sign of her dedication to self-determination and her desire to stay independent in a field where public scrutiny is common and constant. The connection she had with actor and director Ray Buctenica was one of the most important in her life. A long-term relationship lasted 7 years, from 1973 to 1980. During that time, DeWitt became famous across the country for her part as Janet Wood on Three's Company. At the time, Buctenica was best known for his part as Benny Goodwin on the sitcom Rhoda. Her experience as both an actor and a director probably struck a chord with DeWitt's own dedication to the art. Even though they never got married, their relationship was taken very seriously, and news stories from that time often talked about it. The public never got to know the full details of why they broke up, but it was the end of DeWitt's most famous romance. After they broke up, DeWitt kept her love life mostly private, which added to the idea that she is someone who values privacy and